we saw an explosion of emails from the late sex offender Jeffrey Epstein come out from the House Oversight Committee on Wednesday. Congresswoman Nancy Mace is one of several Republicans pushing for a vote to release all those files despite pushback from the White House. A tricky spot for her to be in since she is a gubernatorial candidate. So what's the move here? What's the latest with those emails coming out, and how do you think this will affect maybe the race in South Carolina?
There's been so much conversation about the emails. I feel like every political person that we've been in front of for months, one party or the other is talking about release the emails. What are the emails? We've got more emails coming from this committee or that committee. But at stake right now is this discharge petition in the House, which if there are 218 members signed onto it, then that will advance it. And the petition is saying to release everything. DOJ, FBI, what do you have on this entire investigation? Release everything. And there are several Republicans who have signed onto this discharge petition, Nancy Mace being one of them. And we had reporting yesterday with the AP on how there have been some attempts at conversation between Nancy Mace and the White House, as well as some of these other members, including Colorado Representative Lauren Boebert, who we understand has met with officials at the White House to discuss her support of this discharge petition. And so the theory is, the move is to try to get some of these Republicans who have said that they support this petition to take their names off, and so then therefore it would not be able to advance through the House into the Senate and beyond. But the overall conversation about a lot of this is the theory of why wouldn't the White House want any of this released? What is the point? Why would the White House be going to these Republicans who have voiced their support and ask them to remove? What do they have to hide? Why wouldn't they want this full transparency? And so at stake here in the gubernatorial race in South Carolina, because it does always come back to politics, you have Nancy Mace, who is this candidate who clearly has been in the race for quite some time now, and has often talked about sexual assault and her own experience as a sexual assault survivor, now being supportive of releasing information in this sexual assault case. And so from a political perspective for her, that does remain very on brand with a lot of what she has been sharing of her personal story into her campaign. But also in the Republican primary debate, when they're trying to all get support from the White House as they move forward through the primary into the general election, it's an interesting nexus when you look at all of those pieces together. And we'll see how the petition does, whether it moves through the House and into the Senate and beyond there, and what happens with the rest of the files and the emails. But it certainly does make it interesting to watch here in South Carolina.